So how do you know they're desperate to get the coronavirus numbers up? When they start testing your poop. Now, I came across this and I had to look and make sure it was actually real, and sure enough, it's true. They're testing sewage in this area, and that's mentioned in the article. Testing your poop, testing your sewage water, your sewage runoff to see if there's more a high level of coronavirus in it. That's how desperate they are to get the numbers up. I almost couldn't believe it was real until I read it myself. That is insane. And again, this is only going to stop when we stop complying. I'm seeing far too many people with masks out there. And remember, not every law enforcement agency is enforcing that. Despite what Brian from High Impact Flicks or TV or vlogs, whatever he is this week, despite whatever he says, there are actually some good officers out there, because there's some of them who are not enforcing it. Some of them individually have said they will not enforce it, myself included. And some sheriff's offices have said they're not going to enforce it because it's unconstitutional. Even some city police departments have said they're not going to enforce it in certain jurisdictions. Really, that's where you start to see a little bit of difference in the culture of the region. As I've said before in my YouTube videos, law enforcement is only a reflection of the society you live in. That's why, you might have more officers in a department, say in the Southeast or a Western state that's really pro-gun, really conservative, openly saying they won't enforce gun control. And then you have, like the New York City Police Department, who enforces gun control all day. And, I don't want to digress in that, but that's why I try not to get too wrapped up in the whole cop culture, because, we're not all the same. Anyone who values and honors their oath is on the same team as I'm on, but not people who are enforcing gun control. Now, if they're enforcing just laws, I will support them in that moment. Laws against theft, laws that endanger the public, such as drunk driving to the extent they're clearly unsafe and it's a matter of time till they hit somebody. But I'm digressing there. But it's the same concept with the mask mandates. There's some agencies that aren't enforcing it, and then there's some officers who just said, I won't enforce it regardless of what I'm told. But I'm seeing too many people out there with masks, so stop complying. Let's grow a spine and say no. You got these scumbag, quote-unquote, protesters allowed to riot and burn down shit, and maybe now they're finally being stopped to a degree, or at least arrested more frequently. But they still keep doing it. They stand outside the hospital trying to block emergency services getting in and out of the hospital, wishing death to the deputies out in California that were just shot. So, and they get away with doing that. So the last thing anyone else should be concerned about is you or me or anyone else not wearing a mask. Again, I get it. Sometimes we all have to make exceptions for things we have to get that we can't get online if the business is being that pushy. But a lot of places and a lot of times and in a lot of instances, you can take your money elsewhere, online or somewhere else. Maybe if you have a county mandate, you can go out of county, or if you live near another state, you can go over the state lines and get what you need. But we gotta stop complying, or it's never gonna end.